How's it going, everybody? GN here for Get Zone Media Lodge and Funker Tactical, continuing on with our industry influencer interview series, and today I'm here with Maggie and Julie.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you so much for having us.
No problem. So let's begin with you. If people have been living under a rock and they don't know who you are, who is Julie?
Hey guys, I'm Julie Golob. I am the captain of Team Smith & Wesson. I'm a fellow Safariland teammate here with Maggie, having a fantastic time here at the NRA annual meetings, representing all of the wonderful shooting sports out there and having a good time. This is what this is all about. Second Amendment, shooting sports, safe, responsible gun ownership. It's been absolutely fantastic here.
Right on, thank you. And Maggie, real quick.
I'm Maggie Reese. I'm from Team Colt, so I'm a competitive shooter and a brand ambassador. So also here enjoying the NRA Show, enjoying the Second Amendment, and getting to represent some amazing companies, including Safariland.
So to get to the level of proficiency and success, you need to be a good student.
Absolutely.
So how do you become a good student? If you can give us some advice.
I think for me, the biggest thing is being able to be self-aware and self-critical. You have to be able to look at what you're doing and be honest with yourself that you can improve. And a lot of people like to stop when it's easy. They're like, oh, I'm good enough, or they don't like to train what they're not good at. I'm different. I'm much harder on myself than a lot. And I know you're very hard on yourself as well. And I think that self-awareness and self-critical aspect of knowing what you're not doing right or what you're not the best at, whether it's concealed carry, whether it's competition, doesn't matter. That's what you need to focus on.
Right on. So I'm going to follow up with you. Do you ever have days when it just sucks? Like, it just sucks. I don't want to do this anymore, and things aren't going right. And if that does happen, how do you get over that?
I definitely have days when it sucks, and you have to be your own motivator. You have to be your own boss. There's nobody telling me how long to be out there at the range, how long to practice. There's nobody else dictating what my goals are but me. So when something's not going right, I have to refocus, re-energize, and get out there and just keep on going and get over that sucky part to hopefully what are some great moments ahead. And when I'm at the range training, I always like to leave on a positive note. I don't ever want to leave defeated going, man, I couldn't finish that, I couldn't accomplish my goal. I want to leave on a positive part. And so sometimes that means staying an extra 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30, whatever it takes, so that I can leave with that idea in my mind of what I want to be, not what I wasn't able to be.
I bet some days that's harder than others.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. I mean, that's what we deal with every day, but that positive outlook, going at it every single time, you can't be defeated. You have to go after it and just keep working.
Right on. So let's transition from being a student to being an instructor, to being a teacher, right? Because I think if you're, the common theme in this interview series is that, you know, between instructor and teacher, people want to be a teacher because a teacher cares.
Yeah.
Whereas an instructor, you know, you can learn it from a book or a DVD and you've been instructing.
Yeah.
So how do you pass on what you know to others in a way that works with you?
I think of it almost as like a mentorship kind of level. You know, I want to instruct, I want to teach, but I want them to feel like they can come to me after a class, after a session, so that I can help them get over those hurdles, those rough days. So for me, it goes beyond just the actual instruction in the moment, really helping them. We all learn at a different pace, and we can only absorb so much information at a time. So being able to be there, accessible, is really what I like to be.
How do you pass on what you've learned in your journey onto others?
Well, we've all been there. We were all newbies at some point. We all started out in the same place. I always remember that. I always remember the things that I was kind of a little bit fearful about because I didn't understand it. And I'm still a student myself too, so I'm always in the process of learning. I learn all the time from Julie. She's amazing, so I love shooting with her. And so being able to kind of connect with people on that level as what it means to be a student helps me to impart what I've learned along the way in kind of that fashion that's very receptive to them.
So in this journey that you've been on, is there a standout teacher or instructor? There's got to be plenty, but is there one that you have maybe that emotional connection to because, you know, maybe it was that aha moment, or perhaps it was early in your career, it was like, wow, that person was awesome. I'm thankful that I had that exchange.
Yeah, you know, for me, I go way back to in our sport we have a guy called the Great One, Rob Latham, you may have heard of him. And even as a little kid, he took the time to encourage me and help me along the way. I think the one big moment when I was shooting at one point, he said, Julie, stop shooting like a guy, you're not a guy. You have to stand wider. You have to change things. You're not me, you're you. Be you. And to have someone like that at that level say that and help me on that journey, that was absolutely fantastic. But I know Maggie has someone special.
I do have somebody special. So, very amazing man in my life. He's also my husband. His name is Michael Voigt. He is a longtime competitor. He is a multi-time national champion. He's also a member of Team Safariland. So, very fortunate to get his instruction along the way. We met at the range, so it's kind of been a love story for us. But he is just an amazing instructor, and to have that person in my life who is always encouraging me and supporting me and teaching me and helping me along in my journey has just made all the difference in my life. And it's kind of interesting because there are things that he said to me along the way that maybe my skill level wasn't quite there, so I didn't understand it at the time, but it stuck with me. And so now as I've progressed in my career, I can look back and remember and say, oh my gosh, and have those aha moments of like, I finally get it. I know what he was talking about. But he's been an amazing support for me.
This has just been the most positive, uplifting, and inspiring interview from this series so far. So let's end on that note. Let's end on that note. This is a male-dominated industry. It's a male-dominated sport, right? So if there was that little girl aspiring and looking up to you, you can speak directly to them, perhaps. I mean, what's something that you want to leave them with if this interview is the only time you ever get to interact with that person?
Oh my gosh, dream big, work hard. Work hard, but dream big. That's the big thing for me. That's what I always grew up thinking, that I never wanted to fit a mold, and here we are. We don't fit a mold. We are doing our own thing, and it's absolutely an honor.
Absolutely, absolutely. This has been a great experience for me. I've always had positive experiences out on the range. Everybody has been supportive, welcoming, encouraging. I've had great experiences. So don't be intimidated. Get out there, go to that range that first time, and you are going to make some friends for life.
So awesome. Maggie Reese, Julie Golob. My name is GN for Get Zone, Media Lodge, and Funker Tactical. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.